Hey y'all, I just wanted to jump on and make a really quick video about how I managed to save $10,000 in 4 months. So, first off, I received this box from my boyfriend on December 31st because he was determined that we were going to save money this year, whether I liked it or not. So, so I was very much obsessed with finishing this box as quickly as I could because it just felt like no matter how much money I put in, I could not get to the end. But I did. And I just wanted to come on and talk about what I did to save the 10,000 in 4 months. So the first thing was I knew he had a box, I had a box, and we were both trying to get this box filled. And I felt like, I don't want to disappoint him by, still spending money here and there on frivolous things. So I decided I was going to focus on this. So having somebody to hold you accountable is obviously a very important thing to have when you're trying to save for whatever it is. So when I worked out what my emergency fund amount was, it would be 3,000 for 1 month. So I decided, okay, well, since it's 10, that means I'll be saving for 3 months of emergency fund savings. So now that I've completed that, I'm going to put 9,000 in my TFSA investment account with Wealthsimple, and then I'm going to put 1,000 elsewhere. I'm not sure yet. So, so the first thing was I had someone to remind me that this is the goal, this is what we're doing. The second thing was I knew I could do it because I've saved before, and it's not hard. I think usually when I save, I would save it in an account and then I would move the money back and forth all the time, and I would never actually save what I said I was saving. And then obvious, what is that, the second thing or the third thing? Then the other thing I did was I really got busy with doing a cash envelope type budget, but digitally. I would withdraw the money, have it with me. I would do all the subtractions, and then I would put the money back into the bank and pay the bills because I would be using my credit card. I don't know what number that was. I had a list, but now I'm off. Okay. So another thing I did was I stayed on budget. No matter what, I would always consult my budget and make sure that whatever I was purchasing, I could afford to do so. I also looked at my expenses and I cut down my phone plans, canceled subscriptions if I didn't need them. I have an Android box. I had YouTube up until March because I paid for a year last year. And of course, I have, my music on a USB, so I don't really need YouTube or any of those music apps. But so I cut majority of things down and I left it that way. I did not go out to eat at all. Actually, I went once with my girls for New Year's, like a few days after New Year's. I went out with them, and that was the last time I went out and spent any money on on outside food. So another thing was any extra funds I had went directly into the box. Any child tax benefits, if you're from Canada, you know what I'm talking about. That's the monthly amount that you get from the government. If you have children under the age of 18, and it's based on your tax return from the year before. So I said no to a lot of events, trips, and I used my short-term savings account to balance my budget if I needed to. And my boyfriend really helped me a lot because he did a majority of the cooking. He brought me food, so I wasn't really in need of that. And then if I had money left over from food, gas, or laundry in my cash budget, I would take that money as well and put it into the box. And then I focused just on this box. I just focused on this box and nothing else. No other savings but this box. And of course, I started to purchase, binders for use, for savings and stuff like that. But when I completed the box, I actually cleaned this off and I'm going to reuse it again. So it's empty now. I'm going to reuse it again to save up for a big debt payment by the end of this year. So that's my next goal, is to save up for debt and to save up for my car insurance, which is due on a yearly basis in September. So I already have that going. I already have about 300 in that savings. But I know a lot of people come to see the cash, and I just wanted to, show everyone that I actually did it. But so when I actually counted all of this money, I realized that I saved an extra $65. Honestly, it's really hard when you're crossing these things off to even remember what you did. So I think that's what happened. I was just crossing things off and not really paying attention. But yeah, so I did count all of this already. So the fives I had 61 fives, which was $305. I took one of the fives out because, as I said, I had an extra $65. And then I just have three tens. Tens are very hard to come by in Canada for some strange reason. The bank machines don't give it to you. You have to go into a branch to get it. And so, of course, I'm stuck with a lot of other different denominations except 10. And of course, in Canada, we don't have paper dollars. We have loonies and toonies, which is very annoying to see. If you're trying to do the 100 envelope challenge, it's very difficult because it starts 1, 2, 3, but we don't have paper until you get to $5. So it's very annoying. But I've worked out a way to do that savings challenge without driving myself crazy. And then, of course, I didn't tell you how many I had in the 20s. In 20s, I have 54. That was $1,080. And then I took out 3, and so I only have 51 left. So that's 1,020. And then for the 50s, I have 33 of those babies. And for the hundreds, I have 70 of these babies. So it did come out to $10,065. So I completed this on April 24th, and I have the money with me because I was going to go to the bank, but I didn't have time on Friday because honestly, just having this large amount of money in my home, I just don't like it. So I'm actually going to be depositing all of this into my Scotiabank checking account and then put it in my Wealthsimple TFSA. I have a lot of room in my TFSA, so this won't even make a dent, but it's something. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself for being able to accomplish this, and my kids were cheering me on, go mom, look at you, you're really doing it. You said you were going to do it and you did it, and it feels great. So for the next few months, I'm going to actually try my best to save as much as I can in this box, but also I have these here that I'm saving for as well. So I'm doing these challenges to get my insurance and my debt paid. So what I'm trying to do is not to have small bills in the box, but what I'm going to do is when I get all the money that I need, like if I get hundreds, because I know I'm going to be taking from like my cash envelope stuffing, if I know that I have extras from food or gas or laundry, then I'm going to put it in here and then wait for a solid 100 to find itself in there. But as I said, this box is really fun. It's stressful, but it's fun. And I was able to open it in the back like this and take out the money. So if anyone is thinking about doing this challenge, I would definitely say it's a great challenge to do. And so that is the money. And this is my new, this will be my new savings that I cannot get into. I was planning to save 20,000 in here. So I don't know how far I'm going to get by the end of this year because I have some other things that I have to save for. But I know that for 2026, I'm going to definitely try to fill this up as much as I can before I actually open it. So that is another one I'm trying to do. That's over there. So I hope this video was informative, and I know, you know, everybody likes to watch everybody count the money, but I didn't do any of that because I've already counted it. And I just basically wanted to come on and say how I was able to save the 10,000 in 4 months. Honestly, I think last year around this time I had already spent thousands of dollars on nonsense, and for the first time I feel like I'm gonna finish the year in the positive, not the negative, because I'm really planning to tackle my debt this year. I think I have about 14,000 to pay, which is not a lot compared to what I've seen on YouTube, people saying, you know, they have hundreds of thousands to pay. But it's a lot for me because I'm a single mom. I have a 19-year-old going to college in September and my 12-year-old. And so, you know, it's a stress, it's a struggle because Canada is very expensive. Everything's expensive. I just came from the grocery store and spent 100 and almost 200 on what? Don't ask, I don't know. I didn't come out with a lot of bags. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for watching the video if you did. And hopefully I can, you know, keep coming back and making just budgeting videos for you guys to enjoy. But this is going to be in the bank on Monday, and it's going to go into my TFSA. I'm very excited. I'm very happy that I was able to do this. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.